Here two fellow teammates discussed the good old days and which year they had the best football team. Through their laughter, these lifelong friends realised that things could be a whole lot different if they both had not got a simple blood test known as a PSA. Following on from Movemeber, the successful campaign to raise awareness for prostate cancer, the month of March is also highlighting the seriousness of the disease. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men in the UK. 37,000 men are diagnosed with it every year, with around 250,000 men currently living with the disease. John, Craig and Adrian Hopkins have both been sufferers of prostate cancer. Adrian, better known as Hoppy, welcomed me into his home, and it was here the former athlete shared their journey of how one man's illness subsequently saved the other man's life.
Well, the word cancer certainly is something no one wants to hear. My son Stephen was with me on the day that I got the results, and quite honestly I was very, very nervous about it, but my son Stephen was even more nervous than me, and I think my head went right out through the window. My brain just went out through the window when I realised, when I heard the word cancer. You never think of it seriously when you hear about other people, but when it comes to yourself, it's very serious, and you always think the worst. Maybe people shouldn't think that way.
John was diagnosed with prostate cancer back in 2009. Giving him 4 treatment options, John chose to undergo brachytherapy, which saw him blind to leads to have an operation. Fortunately, John is in remission after his treatment was a success.
I went to my doctor to have blood tests done, which I do quite regularly, and well, yearly. And when I was diagnosed with the prostate cancer, I was very, very, very shocked. My doctor told me my PSA levels were quite high, which I think was around about 12. And I was referred to Galvin, where I had a biopsy done, and then the results of that biopsy confirmed that I had prostate cancer. It was in its very early stages, and I was lucky enough to get it, hopefully lucky enough to get it very early, and I just hope now it's gone, and I hope not to hear about it again, but it may not be like that, no one knows.
Less than a year later, fellow teammate Hoppy decided to get his annual MOT, as he calls it, from the doctor. However, this time he asked for a PSA test as a result of John's experience.
Any cancer is hard to talk about, and people don't like talking about cancer of any sorts. But sometimes it doesn't do any harm to get it out in the open and air it, and encourage people to go and get their PSA levels done, like John said, because only he was unwell, or he got them done and found out he had it. I would probably never have got them done. I know I was very surprised when I was told by the specialist nurse that I had it there, and my wife Veronica, she couldn't believe it, and driving back that morning, after being told it never really sunk in for a day or two, But the good thing about it, it was early caught, and as the doctor said, there's a 98% cure rate when it's caught early,
Prostate cancer can grow either slowly or very quickly, but it may never cause any symptoms or problems in a man's life, and that's why it's very hard to diagnose early. Both men urge all men to get themselves checked out because they too believed it would never happen to them.
Lots of people have said to me, well, John, where was the pain? What sort of pain did you have? And this, that and the other. It isn't anything to do with pain. It has nothing to do with pain. You will only find out if you go and have blood tests done and have your PSA levels checked, and hopefully everything will turn out alright for you, But it's something that men should be thinking about from mid-40s till, well, I'm past 60 now, but men should be thinking about it from their mid-40s on, having a wee look at this. And if you catch this early, it's probably curable.
It's a silent killer, prostate cancer. Sometimes if you don't get them done or don't find out about it, it breaks out of the prostate and then it goes into the bones, and once it goes into the bones, there's no cure for it. and it will kill you. But I mean, if they're able to catch it before it gets out of the prostate, you're saving a person's life. If you get one person going and getting their PSA levels done from this interview, or John's interview, and the interviews in the papers, it's a positive side. It's one person who might be a lot healthier, or a life might be saved because of it. And that's only one, but I think there'll be more than one who'll do it, because it's not a hard test to do, just a blood test.
Both men are in remission. However, Adrian's treatment was different from John's and still has to get injections every 3 months to ensure the cancer will not return. For more information on prostate cancer, contact your local GP, or you can ring the Prostate Cancer Confidential Helpline on 0800 074 8383. Aisling Hagan, Fermanagh TV.